I'm wondering if everything is okay with Edgar BERLANGA. The man posted up this video on Instagram. He working out on a treadmill with a diamond necklace around his neck, blowing kisses into the camera with his father right next to him. What type of fighter does this? Edgar BERLANGA does.
You know how we coming?
Yeah, okay, keep on thinking that. I truly believe the old Edgar BERLANGA is gone. I think that ever since the man lost to Canelo, this is the dude that we're gonna get. The man who celebrated a loss to Canelo, and now he think he's some type of celebrity. Then the man posted up a video of him slipping punches, imaginary punches. I could understand shadow boxing, but this dude done lost his mind. Maybe Edgar BERLANGA is trying to show everybody that he ready for his next fight. Is the man gonna call out Caleb Plant? I highly doubt it. We already know Caleb Plant is on Edgar BERLANGA's neck. Speaking of Caleb Plant was checking out Edgar BERLANGA's story today. Edgar BERLANGA saw Caleb Plant checking out his Instagram story, and he screenshotted it to post it up on Instagram. Hey yo, BERLANGA, Caleb Plant is watching you for a reason. Maybe he wants you to see that he looking at your story because he wanna fight you next. Max Calendrillo on Twitter posted up, Caleb Plant beats BERLANGA easy. I definitely agree with that. I think that Caleb Plant would school BERLANGA worse than Canelo Alvarez did. Caleb Plant said, let's make it happen.
I never been overmatched like that.
And ESPN Ringside in honor of Black History Month posted up this quote from the Brown Bomber, Mr. Joe Louis. The quote said, I could show you how to box. I could teach you every technique and trick I know, but I could never make you a fighter. That comes from the inside, and it's something that no one else could ever give you. Factual information from the Brown Bomber Joe Louis. You could teach somebody how to box. You could teach somebody how to shadow box. You could teach somebody how to punch the bag. You could teach somebody how to do pass. But once they step into that ring, you cannot make them a fighter. Everything goes out the window once you get punched in the face, as Mike Tyson would say. You think you want to box until you start boxing. Like 99.9% of boxing fans. Oh, they could talk boxing, but throw y'all in the ring and see what y'all really about.
Listen, dude, I'm sorry you're broke.
And on today's episode of Carissa T. Rex Shields is Still Delusional in 2025. The girl did an interview with Boxing Scene. She was asked about Mr. Jake Paul, the man who just beat Mike Tyson. Carissa T. Rex Shields had the audacity to say that she will beat up Jake Paul, even in sparring.
I've been boxing 18 years, and you want to tell me a YouTuber that's been boxing for a couple of years can beat me in boxing because he's a man and he got a penis? If we don't get the fuck out of here.
Carissa T. Rex Shields, with all due respect, that little tiny individual who fights at 135, the man who dropped you, the man who got beat up by Rolly Romero, was not an A-level fighter. He was not a high-level fighter. The man was not even a championship contender. But him being a man, him being born a biological man, was able to drop you with 16-ounce gloves and headgear on. I'm not saying that Jake Paul is some type of great fighter. He never gonna be a great fighter, but he is a man, and the man does punch hard, and he does train in boxing. All the man would need is one single punch. I hate even talking about this. We're not even supposed to be talking about men boxing women. Is crazy. But Carissa T. Rex Shields, as she's known to do, is calling out a male boxer again.
Put him inside the ring with an Andre Durrell or Andre Ward, and then we can say he fought a real fighter.
Carissa T. Rex Shields, I agree with you right there. I think that Jake Paul will never even spar Andre Ward, Andre Durrell. The list goes on. Jake Paul would never box a real boxer. In his prime, at the top level, Jake Paul is what you call smoke and mirrors, entertainment, Disney character type of boxing. But one thing he can do is beat you in a sparring session. Get that delusion out your head.
Period.
Speaking of Jake Paul, Canelo vs. Jake Paul was being talked about today on Dazn Boxing by Mr. Ade Oladipo. The man said, my worry is that Canelo vs. Jake Paul is bigger than Canelo vs. Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, I would hate to say it, but the sad thing about it is that the man might be right. It might be right because, like I said, 99.9% of boxing fans do not know a thing about the sport. Casual boxing fans are the majority of boxing fans. Let me repeat that. The majority of boxing fans do not know a thing about the sport. The majority of boxing fans are casual boxing fans. They might want to see Jake Paul versus Canelo. Canelo vs. Jake Paul, sadly, will outsell Canelo vs. Terrence Bud Crawford.
And that's on my kids.
And Teofimo Lopez went on Twitter Spaces today. I heard the man was talking to a former government informant. That's just what I heard. But Teofimo Lopez touched on a very interesting topic. Y'all know how I say boxers ain't gangsters, and gangsters will never box. Everybody check out what Teofimo Lopez said.
I'm a real nigga. I'ma say it like that. I'm a real nigga. Okay? And you know why I'm a real nigga? Because we all knew each other from the amateurs. All of us. All come from the same class. A lot of them want to bring the streets into this shit, which is ridiculous. A lot of them ain't even thugs, yo. They not even thugs, bro. A lot of them ain't even like that, bro. I'ma be real with y'all because I grew up with them. So ain't no way, bro. If they saying I'm pussy or I ain't from this or I ain't from that, then what's that make them? We all grew up the same kind of way.
Usually, I would never agree with Teofimo Lopez ever, but I gotta agree with the man on this. Why do these boxers act like they're bringing the streets into boxing? Why do these boxers act like they gang members? Ain't nothing gang member about a boxer at all whatsoever. Ain't nothing gang member about a boxing coach. Ain't nothing gang member about a boxing gym. And I got a question for every single one of y'all Shakur Stevenson fans. If you were trying to promote a Shakur Stevenson fight, what would you say to promote the man? What would you say to get people to want to watch a Shakur Stevenson fight? You can't say the man is a knockout artist. Shakur Stevenson can't punch. You can't say the man is a good trash talker. Shakur Stevenson is awkward as hell. So what can you possibly say to get people to watch a Shakur Stevenson fight? If you guess nothing at all whatsoever, you are absolutely right. Nothing you could say could get somebody to want to watch a Shakur Stevenson fight. Dazn Boxing, knowing that, they trolled the man on Instagram. Everybody take a look at this post. It's from Dazn Boxing. The caption says, press and hold down the dots and swipe to make Shakur Stevenson shorts go higher and higher. And when you swipe to your right, you're gonna see Shakur Stevenson shorts going higher and higher. What is the significance of this post? I'ma tell y'all. This is the only way to promote Shakur Stevenson. Corny as hell. Can y'all imagine Premier Boxing Champions doing this with Gervonta Davis? You can't even imagine that. Imagine them doing this with Tank. Talking about, yo, swipe to your right and Gervonta's shorts gonna go higher and higher. You can't do that with Tank because there are better ways to promote Gervonta Davis. When you promoting Tank, you're gonna show Gervonta Davis knockouts. And since Shakur Stevenson can't get knockouts, this is how they promoting the man.
I don't like to lose.